the amount to pay their mortgage, food, and bills in 5 years, what advice would you have for them?
Someone that's just wanting to get by and make ends meet?
Someone who wants to be able to essentially like quit their job and not really have to worry about it. I'm not saying that they're going to live the high life, but what I'm saying is that they will be...
You're thinking more the 4-hour work strategy?
Kind of more like if someone could pay for where they live and their food and their bills.
So in other words, they want a lifestyle. They're not really interested in the money, except for the fact that the money can pay their medical bills, where they live.
I think the right. You guys what do you guys call a property that has multiple flats? And one titleship, one ownership. What do you call that?
We can own a block of flats.
A block of flats.
Yes.
Okay.
And we can split the title.
So something like that, right? You crunch your numbers on it. If your suite's covered, hey, maybe you have maybe your flat is a 2-bedroom, okay, and you rent out your other bedroom. So you're renting out all the flats, and then you share your flat because you're barely there. You're living in Vietnam, so you can only spend in Vietnam. You can live off of $1,000 a month like a king. You know what I mean? So
you would live like God on $1,000 a month.
That's what I mean. So if you're saying you want to kind of do that sort of strategy, then yeah, you can set up so that you can make $1,000 a month and be living in Vietnam, and then you're out. Personally, me, I would get bored. After 3 weeks, I would get bored. I would scuba dive, I'd drive motorcycles, and then I'd get bored. So I like to work, so I don't plan to not work, but I like to have the option, right? I'm here away from work because I've got a business where I can do that in a sense. That I've got an assistant in place. She's taking care of my clients. But to be honest, if I left work for a year, my clients would say, "Where are you, John?" I'm also thinking about, changing the business, right? It's like the founder of Facebook, right? It's a risk, and you're not sure if there's any reward, but it's a huge risk. But if you buy real estate, it's like there's a guaranteed reward. It's just longer. So 2 different strategies, and I personally would like to do both, but it's taking back that time to figure out, okay, what's my Facebook? Where am I going to spend where we're going to spend some time and make no money, hoping it's going to blow up.
So what is it that you're looking for exactly? The next big thing, or just a way for you and your family to be happy?
So what he's asking about is why do you need all of this money?
My why is my family, and I'm very passionate about children around the world. I did a missions trip in Nicaragua, and this is before I knew any of this stuff about business and branding, and I do mission trips because I care, not because it's good branding, if that makes sense. And yeah, I'm just passionate about especially children because they're so innocent, and that's kind of what my why. So I can help more and more. I sponsor kids in Thailand and in Nicaragua, and now I've got my first son who's 4.5 months. So I really want to give him the best life possible, and I want more kids too. It's up to my wife, of course, but that's my why. Is I'm passionate about helping people, and finances is a tool that you can do that. Now, I also once a month I take kids from my church to the YMCA and we go swimming, and I buy them pizza, and so it's about, and that brings me joy. I really am passionate about doing that when I can. So.
And how old are you, John?
I'm 28.
28.
Yeah.
It's pretty good going that you've got this far. And
sometimes when you come to this room, it's not. But most people think I'm very successful, and as being an entrepreneur, you're never really satisfied. But some days you are. Some days I feel like I'm the richest man in the world. I got a beautiful wife, an amazing son, and some days I'm like, okay, I need to keep going. Let's go. So
what's your peer group? What do they feel about you going into something like this?
Well, some of my friends have already been through this. One of my good friends owns a scrap metal company, and I got a range, right? I'd be in probably the middle. He owns this company in Saskatchewan where they do scrap metal, big volume, multi-million-dollar company, and he's the owner. And then my other friend works at MTS. He lives in the basement of his fourplex. He invests $500 every month into his investments, and he's very successful as well. So, you know what I mean? Like, he rolls out of bed, he answers the phones, he does his stuff, and he says I should come do your job because you don't do anything all day. I'm like, well, that's not true, but you can believe that. And so I'm in the middle, and yeah, you become the associate with. So I joined this Manitoba club where I'm getting to hang around with successful people, and yeah, that's I've had let some friends go. My friends that just want to play Xbox, smoke dope all day. You know what I mean? They weren't inspiring me, and they weren't challenging me, right? I still talk to them once in a while, and when I go to my old town, we'll go skidooing or something like that, or ride dirt bikes or shoot guns. But they're not my day-to-day friends that are gonna inspire me. So you gotta choose, who you want to spend your time with, because it's gonna impact your future. Iron sharpens iron.
Question. How did you let go of those friends? I think that's like in a lot of the success manuals we read. It's all about like letting go of people and having less toxic relationships. But that's very difficult for a lot of people to do. How did you let go of those friends?
Well, recently I stopped drinking, and so now my drinking friends don't call me to go drinking. You want to go work out? Let's go work out. You want to go play snooker? You want to do something productive? You want to go and give back? Let's go take the kids out. So it's just, you need to get so focused on what you want and your goals, and if they want to come along with you, great. I talked to a guy from Toronto who owns this very successful exotic car detailing. He details exotic cars for big bucks. Now, one of my friends who's basically just loves to drink and loves to smoke dope, I said, he talked about running his own business. He starts to get more entrepreneurial. I messaged him last night, are you interested in a business about exotic cars detailing? He's like, yeah, I'm interested. So you kind of just say, here's what I'm doing. If you want to come along, let's go. Like JT says, the bottom is crowded. There's lots of room at the top. If that makes sense. Like, you don't have to step on your friends to get ahead in life. It's just your friends are going to hold you back, right? Because then they say, hey, let's go out drinking. You're hungover the next day. You're not productive. And when you get older, you realize that the next day is a write-off. And to be honest, when you're hungover, your competitors, the other person that's running the business, they're doing it. They're actually being successful, and you're hungover or sleeping. So
I understand what you're saying, but that sounds a little like social Darwinism.
What do you mean?
Doesn't it? You're sort of like weeding out the competitors because you feel like when you're not being productive, you're wasting time. But I mean, there's a lot of scientific evidence to suggest that like downtime and socializing with other people who aren't you is very
healthy,
effective for like creativity and helping you think of new opportunities and also finding new opportunities.
Yeah, like I didn't play high school hockey because my friends were like, yeah, we're gonna go snowboarding every weekend and snowboard. I'm like, that's great. I won't play hockey this year. And instead we smoked dope and played video games. I'm just saying that, now looking back, I wish we would have been working out and playing sports. You know what I mean? Right? And I did everything. I did a bit of both. But I believe in downtime. Like when my wife and I, we'll relax on the couch and watch a show, and I believe in that. My friend and I will go for a walk, and we'll go catch a movie, and we like to go out and catch wings and eat together and stuff, and go watch a hockey game. But it's just, I don't need to be out past 1 o'clock drinking and doing, you know what I mean? Like, you don't miss that time that, here I'll stay out till, last time I was out till 1. Now working with all these people at this conference. But here I'm learning and growing and talking to people versus the bar where it's just drinking and brawling and babes, and when you're, so, it's fun, but it's temporarily. It was a season that I've now moved on. Go ahead.
I have one more question. And how do you maximize the effectiveness of downtime? Do you understand what I mean?
Well, I don't turn my phone off, but I'm realizing that from even today, or yesterday, importantly, yesterday Damien talked about time management, and I noticed I haven't been as focused on work when I'm working and on downtime. Like, for example, I started working out about a year ago, and I'll put on a DVD, P90X, and I'll work out for an hour. I'm focused, it's my downtime, I get to work out, I feel great after, I look great after, and it's my time to de-stress. Okay, nice meeting you.
Yeah, it was great to meet you too. Thanks.
My pleasure.